all about depression. First of all, I'd like to introduce your co-host. Give it up for Grant Goldberg!
I'd like to introduce your other co-host. Give it up for Aaron Gold.
First of all, thank you all for coming out in the horrible yet very appropriate weather for this show.
We planned it this way.
We planned to have it just be terrible outside.
And after the show, it's going to be sunny.
Yeah. Basically, weather is a metaphor for this show. Every improviser and essayist that you see tonight all has their own struggles with depression, or anxiety, or bipolar disorder,
borderline personality disorder,
yep.
OCD, ADHD.
Yeah, they're all murderers.
Yeah.
Like it's, you get it. People will come out and read personal experiences about their dealings with these fun assortment of things, and then improv will be inspired by said essays. Yep. Did I forget anything?
Who are our essayists?
Who are our essayists? Well, we've got a couple of great essayists like Ruby Merez, Grace Morales, and me. I am fucking terrified. Yeah, guys, come on in. Let's bring out our improvisers. This is everybody. All right. Did I forget anything?
No, I'm here.
Oh, thanks, Grant.
I wasn't here last time for a while.
Ironically, coming from a psychologist's appointment. Yeah. Ooh. All right, so I guess now we just do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let me bring up our first essayist, Mr. Aaron Gold.
Here we go. All right. In middle school, there are the unpopular kids. And then there's the kid that even the unpopular kids look at and just go, ugh. And that was me the first 13 years of my life. I got teased, beat up a couple times, and just generally annoyed everyone around me. But, you know who else got teased and beat up a lot as a kid? Spider-Man. I instantly latched on to loving superheroes like Spider-Man and the X-Men, people that faced hardship and oppression and hate and still, no matter how bad the world beat down on them, just tried to make it a better place. They tried. It didn't matter if Flash Thompson shoved Peter Parker into a locker. When the school got attacked, Peter would get Flash out of harm's way. He might web his mouth shut just for shits and giggles, but, he still never hesitated to save him. And there I was, a lonely, awkward, annoying little kid, just wanting someone to save him. Just wanting someone to give a shit. So I made myself a promise. If I ever became popular, or whatever the adult equivalent to that was, I'd care. I'd ask what was wrong, I'd help who I could, and I'd make sure that whoever was hurting knew that someone gave a shit. And it took many years for me to grow into my own, and find some friends that truly got me. That were into, the same obscure things that I liked, that liked costumes and being loud. And I never felt like I belonged anywhere more than I did when I first joined a Rocky Horror Picture Show cast. My loud ass fit in right there. It was like growing a second family. They were the people you were closest to, like my friend Aaron, who goes by Rat because he used to have a rat tail, and who is convinced that his father is Batman. In his defense, his dad is a handsome, successful businessman. He's a black belt trained in several martial arts, and his first and middle names are, I shit you not, Bruce Wayne. I made friends like Ed, who I ended up having a competition with spanning several years where we just try to one-up each other by leaving the oddest voicemail we could on the other person's phone. And we'd both get annoyed when the other person actually answered, because who talks on the phone anymore? And then there would be people in Rocky like your extended family. You didn't talk to them as much, but you still loved them. You just didn't have as much to say to each other. Like Angela, A one-handed girl who was the lead singer and bass player of about 5 different bands. And I'll tell you this, you do not know rock music until you've seen a one-handed bandit blasting down a beat on a badass bass guitar. And that was a very fun sentence to say. And there was also Jer, this big teddy bear of a guy who always gave you the best hugs and always, always, always wore a fedora. And he made it work, like almost magically. Backstage once I saw him in his old ripped boxers, a stained white undershirt, and a crisp brown fedora, and he looked good. But as close as this family of friends was, I still didn't talk about the times that I would just get sad. There's this shitty stigma about depression that makes people who have it feel like they need to keep it quiet. Like it's something to be ashamed of, which just creates even more feelings of isolation. And they were getting to me. And even though good things were happening, like living in a house with 8 of my favorite people, I'd still get low and try not to talk about it. But it was within a 2-week period of time where everyone in that house moved out, my girlfriend dumped me, and my best friend moved to Austin that the depression hit me harder than it ever had before. And I knew it was time to reach out. But I was still so afraid, so I only let a small handful of people know what I was going through. And then whenever I needed it, Rat or Ed would come over and just spend time with me. And just be there with me until the world wasn't so dark and I remembered that I had people that loved and truly cared about me. That I went from being Peter Parker shoved in a locker to an X-Man, with weird friends who had weird problems, but we'd all face the weird and unfair together. Fast forward 3 years, and I'm living in New York, pursuing my dreams of being a famous actor. And Ed calls me, and I let it get right up until the voicemail before I answered it with a, "Ha-ha, fucker!" And Ed said Jer killed himself. He had apparently been battling depression for years and just reached his limit. So he took a shotgun out to his backyard and shot himself in the head. Jer and I were never the closest of the close, but he was Rocky, so he was family. He was a great hugger and an amazingly stylish man, and I didn't have a clue as to what he was dealing with. And what's worse is that he didn't know that I was dealing with the same thing. Because I had kept it quiet. I had to keep my problems under tight lock and key because I didn't want people to judge me. And I hadn't even considered the fact that someone else, someone close to me, might be feeling the same thing and just needed someone to relate with. Jer had people, and I know that he did, but he could have had more, and I could have done more. And I know Jer's death wasn't my fault, obviously. He was a kind and gentle man who had issues that ran deep and there's no way anyone could have known. But I still can't help thinking that if I hadn't been so scared, if I had had the courage to say that this is a real thing that affects a lot of people, and goddammit, I'm one of them, maybe he would have said me too. Maybe we would have then talked about what it's like. We could have been 2 people connecting in a way that we hadn't before, because we didn't know that we had this one giant thing in common. I could have said something. I could have done more. And I remember that promise that a scared, sad, lonely boy made to always let whoever was hurting know that they weren't alone. And that's part of the reason I do this show. Because he wasn't the only Jer. We know this. The CDC reports that 1 in 10 adults have depression. And yet when I'm having a low day, it takes everything I have to admit it. And that's not good enough. That's not the promise I made. So here I am. There are days when I wake up and feel absolutely nothing. 2 years ago at Camp Magnet, which is a summer camp for improvisers and has been the highlight of my summer the last 4 years, I had to walk away from the bonfire, where everyone was having fun and singing, so I could go and sit alone in a gazebo and cry for an hour and a half. The only time in my life when I had a six-pack came largely from the fact that I'd spend hours and hours just lying on my bed, staring at the ceiling, lacking the motivation to even so much as get up and eat. There are times when I'm fiercely happy, and in a great mood, fueled by energy, and some people tend to think that that's me being some kind of fake friendly, because they don't realize that that is me fighting back. It's me looking into my own personal darkness, staring it dead in the eyes and saying, "No! You don't get to win today." So this is me. Right here, right now, fighting back against every fucking voice in my head that's telling me that I should not have shared all those few secrets that I have. But I had to, because maybe someone else has felt them too. There's a chance, however big or small as it may be, there's a chance someone has felt the same exact way, and I'm here. And I swear to you, you are not alone.
Hey. Oh, thanks for being on time. Jim,
Yeah? Sally?
I want you to meet my mom. She's a Forsythia.
Hi.
I know, I've been telling you all about him, and isn't he just so, he's a complete gentleman.
How do you do? So your mom is a Forsythia?
Oh.
Your biological mother, or?
No, silly. They don't like me. Mom likes me.
Oh, I like you.
I know, that's why I wanted you to meet her. I've never introduced anybody to her before.
Oh, really?
I mean, after the movie, and you paid, and I just felt so silly having forgot my wallet. I didn't even get to offer to pay, and well, I would go Dutch if I could. She's a very feminist Forsythia.
Well, it's so nice to meet you, Mrs. Halligan. I hope that I make a good boyfriend to your daughter, and I hope that you will treat me like one of the family, because I consider you like a third mother to me.
Oh, you see her lips shuttered. Alright, listen.
You don't have to shove me in the janitor's supply closet. I'll do it myself, Tim and Dan.
All right, just do it. Couldn't reach it. What?
Like, maybe if you would just listen to me once, you would realize I have some special skills that I could help you with.
It's Tim and Dan, not Tim, Dan, and Jack.
Jack died last year.
I'm sorry, all right? I'm flustered. I'm in a janitor's supply closet.
Well, maybe if you come out, we can talk about this.
Yeah.
You really want to know my special skill?
I mean, like, it could help us to either like you or make fun of you more.
Yeah. We may be bullies, but we're educated.
Yeah. We're willing to listen.
I'm willing to take the chance. All right.
I'm down here.
Yeah.
I see you down there, and I don't make fun of you because you're so short. You know that, Dan?
It's because I own it.
It takes charisma to be in the 7th grade. Yeah. We all are things. He's short. I can't move my knees.
Well, my special skill is that I care.
We thought like you like at the very least you were like a good cook.
No, man. I'm bad at like making spaghetti. I can't even boil that water
Okay,
right.
that's definitely one I'm going to write down to make fun of you later.
No, but man, you don't realize it. You make fun of me now, but like, let's say you would have a really bad game on the field, and you were really upset about it. I would care if you told me about it, man.
Not gonna lie, that gets me a little bit.
Nice.
I mean, nobody can score on me in hockey. I am a brick wall.
Yeah, you're amazing out there.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, it's a nice gesture, but it's completely null and void.
Yeah.
But like Like when girls won't go out on dates with you, and you're real sad, and I notice you running into the bathroom all upset. I would care. I would go into the bathroom with you, and I would talk to you about it, man. I wouldn't even look at your junk or anything.
Oh, thank God you guys are here. I thought I was going to have to eat lunch alone.
We're all here. Yeah. We're your friends from under the bridge. And we're going to be here every step of the way, right, guys? That's right. Not late. Not late. You're not late.
Oh, there's not enough food for all of us. I thought you would all bring your own.
Well, we only came because you were gonna have lunch.
Well, you said come and have lunch with us, and we said, oh, okay.
We'll bring our empty stomachs.
I didn't hear the empty stomach part.
So empty.
What did you think of your personality?
Yeah. My stomach's so hungry. Yeah. That was for me.
I have milk for you.
Sorry I'm late. My dad was saving stuff. Yeah, my dad was saving,
What, like pennies?
no, not like pennies, like
Children that were
bad
about to be hit
people.
by a
He
car.
was beating, he was doing stuff for justice, yeah.
I know what pennies are like. They taste like my blood.
He really was.
Yeah, well, we're just trying to get a morsel of food, and you're out there with your dad saving bad guys.
My dad could fly to Nebraska and get wheat.
Could he bring some to our lunch so we have enough food for everyone?
Of course I'll ask him.
Oh, that's great.
How do you communicate with that?
We have a special decoder ring.
Get it out!
No, people.
You called?
Oh my God.
Wow, fast. He heard.
He's
He was little special powers.
Yeah, now you got something to say.
Where's the wheat?
We want food.
We're so hungry for wheat.
So I know my profile said my name is Carol, but I go by Angel because I was born with wings. I had them removed when I was really young, but I still have the scars.
Okay.
So don't call me Carol.
Okay, I want to call you Angel.
Thank you.
Yes.
I kind of am an angel.
Oh yeah? How
Yeah. Like I gave $1 to a guy on the sidewalk who asked me for it.
so? Oh no way.
And I know.
You're such a nice person.
I know. And I sometimes donate clothes that go out of fashion. Not only have everybody asking me
Oh,
to, I
maybe
just
it's still
donate
in
them.
fashion somewhere. Yes? That's why you donate clothes? No, I don't know how these things work in America.
I'm trying to say I'm a nice person.
Oh no, I can tell. You came on
okay.
date with me.
Your profile said, that, oh hi.
Hey, can I rate you guys the specials?
Do you have, a discount for, like, holy people?
What kind of goulash do you have?
Better question. We have a beef goulash, and a vegetarian goulash, and a gluten-free goulash.
Oh, such a hard choice.
But I also have some specials. And some
Look at my back! See those scars?
Yeah.
She's an angel.
Wow. She needs a lot of attention.
Nice, it's a pretty nice six-pack. How'd you get it? Yeah, you work out?
No.
Okay.
It's just there, isn't that enough?
I like like to know everything about people I meet on the street. And you happen to...
God damn the Midwest!
Welcome to, just my pitchfork. Welcome to Omaha. Would you like me to put the pitchfork down again?
It inherently threatens me.
I wouldn't want to do that. We're a nice people out here.
I know.
Yeah, real nice. Real nice.
Oh no. These are my uncles.
Real nice.
Oh.
What you got here? A real six-pack city slicker?
Hey, don't go whittling at me! Come over here so I can smell ya!
You better come over. You better go over there. If you don't come to him, he's gonna come to you.
How'd you get that six-pack climbing up all those subway stairs?
You smell like one of us. Like sawdust and asparagus.
I'm nothing like you.
Nothing like you!
It's only a matter of time. None of us were born here.
I don't think anybody's born in Omaha, Nebraska.
I'll just kind of slowly become more and more like them.
You're gonna like to whittle. You're gonna like it real good.
You haven't even met the natives.
I'll never hoe down with you!
Oh, you hold down. You hold down real
Oh, you gonna hold down!
Make sure my fly isn't down. Okay. Alright. This is really hard to do. Talk. Actually put words to the things that I feel rise and fall inside me like tobacco smoke that clouds my head and numbs my mouth until I can't grasp at the wisps on the tip of my tongue anymore. The moment is gone, and by the time I grasp onto that ledge again, it seems as if everyone has already passed his thought by, and I am too late. My sister was born disabled and would often have fits in the middle of crowded areas like malls and movie theaters. She would also masturbate in public, which, as I'm sure you understand, would be very embarrassing for a 10-year-old girl. I retreated into my head a lot during this time as a way to abate the acidity of anger in my stomach. My favorite place to escape to was a green field where a unicorn would be waiting for me. Only now do I realize how subconsciously phallic this fantasy was. At 13, I found out my sister had cancer. At 16, we found out there's nothing more we could do. Like a slow bullet that when it finally reaches its mark, it leaves shrapnel along the way. My parents announced the divorce 2 weeks after she died, and my head became the only place of salvation because my heart was torn in two throughout an ugly divorce process. Let me tell you about the time I did a tickle porn. Sorry, I'm terrible at segues. Anyway, I was down on my luck and money, and I decided that since I had a vagina and pair of breasts, I should set up an account for Model Mayhem. So I see this listing for females that are extremely ticklish. They informed me it was basically a video of me being tickled / tied up restrained, and credit where credit is due, my boyfriend Eli was such a supportive champ about it, clearly stating that he hoped I didn't get chopped up into bits and fed to anyone's cats. So I show up at New Brunswick, New Jersey, and get picked up by a cute redheaded female and a guy, and I'm nervous and wondering what the fuck I'm doing there, and I'm really questioning the safety of my decision. And when I get to the studio, aka their living room, complete with feet socks to restrain me, they inform me part of the gig involves foot play, which, for those of you who aren't sick and depraved, my foot gets put in some chick's mouth and I pretend to like it. Now this is the part where I tell you that I huffed and puffed my chest out and decreed that I was above this foot-licking nonsense. This is the part where I tell you the truth, and I decided $250 was too good to pass up and basically offered my toes up as a virginal sacrifice. I cried on my train ride home, not because I was upset or felt violated, but because everything I thought was true was wrong. People will take even the most benign things and sexualize them to the point that you can't ever look at a flip-flop the same way ever again. Nothing was ever going to protect me. Nothing would ever keep me safe if I didn't feel like I was worth protecting. It assuages the guilt and the shame that threatens to color me scarlet, because my rapes weren't violent. I didn't thrash or wail or scream. The first one involved me freezing up and offering some half-hearted no's and please waits. And the second one was because some guy felt that because he had fucked me before, it didn't matter I was too drunk to say no, which I would have done. And it didn't matter that I left his apartment crying and walked home nearly blackout drunk on Memorial Day. How fitting. Memorializing the moment I felt something truly changed inside of me. The worst part about being raped the second time was a blow to my ego. One time you just have shitty luck. The second time people start questioning what it is about you that makes it happen. Is it a special smell? Do I have a blinking sign above my vagina? One of the men, who I for the moment referred to as Dickbag, texted me out of the blue after I told him I never wanted to speak to him again. I responded to Dickbag with, "Error, the Verizon subscriber you have reached still does not like to be taken advantage of while drunk. Error type, mad rapey bro." And Dickbag then responded with, "Still?" I know. When I lay awake at night, when the PTSD is worse than usual, and I can see myself beneath them, I feel like a ghost that's silently screaming, "Fight! God damn it! Tell him to get off! Knee him in the nuts! They are right there!" And I start to hate myself, because what kind of pathetic human being takes months to realize what had happened to them was wrong, and they had the basic human right to decide who and what went near or in them, and then lets it happen again. It's humiliating to even tell anyone. I've regretted it many times. I've always stayed quiet because it was seen as taking the high road. I've always escaped into my head because as long as no one touched that place, I was okay. But this time it wasn't just me that was penetrated, but my very soul. I will not be quiet. Silence is a rusted remnant of shame. Well, I am not ashamed. No matter the men who have stopped talking to me, no matter what my mother thinks of me, no matter what anyone in this room walks out feeling about me or my essay, because this wasn't for you, this was for me. My chance to say sorry to everyone I have ever pushed away, to beg forgiveness from myself for not taking care of myself better, to find the peace I've searched so long for. And sometimes I feel it, the peace, like a fall breeze through a cracked open window. It will come someday.
Sorry I'm taking up so much room. I have a friend in need. Well, how's everyone's day?
Is everyone else seeing a fucking unicorn on the subway right now, or am I fucking hallucinating?
I'm sorry, why are you talking to people on the subway?
This guy, are you asking for money?
Oh, no.
So you all don't see that fucking horn on his head?
I mean, why are we doing this? Man, woman, alien, bear, human, we're all the same, am I right, guys? Put a bob. Put a bob. Germs.
You know, it doesn't really matter what you see or think or feel as long as you care and try to be the best you can be. Right, Bear?
I did not sign up for an ABC school after special. No, thank you.
I am a unicorn. I do literally sleep on a rainbow.
Everybody just shut up! I had a really bad day!
Talk to us.
You want a bear hug? Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
What's happening? What happened to Showtime just being goddamn break dancers? Come on!
What
Hey, wait.
happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't want to talk about it with the unicorns. I feel like you're a figment of my imagination.
No, we all see him.
I have my Valentine's Day card for you.
Oh my god.
It's a poem.
Oh my god, okay.
I'm gonna read it.
Please.
Okay. Dear Jared,
It's me.
if you were to ever get injured by, let's say, a lawnmower and trapped underneath its wheels, I would pull you out. I would pull you out and try and save your legs. I would not let anything bad happen to you. For instance, let's say someone tried to poison you. I would suck that poison right out. Just like that. That is how much I love you.
Would you read the suck the poison out again?
Do you see where maybe he could have misconstrued what you were saying?
Dude, there's no way she misconstrued what you were saying.
No, she whipped her tongue around like a helicopter.
Those words mean something.
Yeah. I was going to try to get her to do my nose.
Yeah.
I heard that's a very erogenous Jones. Nose, yeah.
I've heard that.
He was right by my nest. There was no way I could have misconstrued where he was going.
No, you go right out and you bite whomever you want.
He's carrying my venom.
Coursing through his veins.
Everybody wants to be a snake.
And here we are, the honeymoon suite. Enjoy.
All right. We did it.
I am going to do so many things to you.
I know, and I'm going to let you just do it.
Mom, okay, fine, I understand I'm grounded. I understand that I shouldn't masturbate in public, but men do it all the time. I'm making a statement about women's rights.
Is this how you feel, sweetie, about women's rights? I don't think women should be pulling out their privates in public, but men...
I'm fine with it, but
Wait, so you're saying... Wait, Mom, you're fine with men doing it, and not women?
Yes. I am a maleist. Misogynist.
that's right. We raised you with values.
Listen! Well, maybe now I understand why I'm such an extreme feminist, okay? Because I have to prove a point. That is wrong, you guys. If men are gonna stick their dick out in public and oppress women with it, I should be able to do that with my vagina.
What man has been sticking his dick out in public? Because I might want to have a talk with him.
Gas man, I'm just gonna go downstairs and check out.
Well, my brother for one.
He's a nice young man coming to check the gas and say hi to Mom and Mom.
You know, I'm confused in this household. You think with the transitioning dad, mom, you guys would have like a bigger understanding.
You would think, but no.
No, really, my mom's totally for feminism. You should meet her. Come on.
Oh, so your name's Angel.
Yeah.
My name's Dickbag.
Hi, what a unique name.
Yeah.
I had wings. What's your story?
When I was born, my dick looked like a pet.
He's beautiful.
He's gorgeous.
God, his dick looks like a bag.
I'm able-bodied. Thanks, Grant. snowing still and freezing. However, we haven't had an earthquake lately, so I guess that's good.
That is a direct quote from Eeyore. It's a constant source of inspiration and comfort for me as an adult. As a kid, he bummed me out. I was more into Pooh and his adorable and insatiable appetite for honey. I fancied myself more of a Tigger, someone who was always upbeat and had manic energy, and everyone was his pal. Eeyore made me want to simultaneously cheer him up and also shake him and say, "Get over it, dude." I also felt like Eeyore wasn't interested in being cheered up by anyone, and I could never understand why. Why did he insist upon moping around the mulberries while everyone else was at Rabbit's party? Why did he always sit at the picnic table like the ugly stepchild no one wanted to have over for the holidays? And why was he letting a thumbtack be his solution to securing his tail to his body? I wanted to help solve Eeyore's problems and make him feel good. Not to erase the truth of the glums, but to help him forget them for a while. Because I am a master distractor. A recent Facebook quiz told me that the one word that describes me is enchanting. It went on to say, "You have a deeply alluring and lovable personality. Your smile, attitude, and outlook on life brightens people's day and can make them forget their miseries." Facebook is right. I am all those things for other people. Everyone else gets to experience a version of me that I would love to revel in. But I don't want to talk about that. Because I must be good for something. But then I could be wrong. It's June and I'm in bed and I can't get out. One of my best friends, Aggie, calls me up to cheer me up. "Come with me to my meditation class. I think it will help." I can't. Why? "I think you just need to get out of the house." She is a Tigger to my Eeyore. I can't. But why? I don't know why. "Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you put on your favorite lipstick?" I don't wear lipstick. Really? Oh, okay. Well, you know what works for me is when I spritz some ginseng oil and spray lavender on my sheets. I don't want to do any of that. And this, in fact, it makes it preferable for me to be alone. "Ruby, this isn't like you." It is today, and it has been for some time. "I'm tired. I have to go nap." People who don't get it want you to talk about it because they want you to feel better so that they can feel better. And no one really wants to be around an Eeyore. What's so wrong with being sad? Why can't sadness be the words that they want to hear? People always know why they are sad, but might not want to tell you for a certain reason. A 4-year-old girl I'm nannying for looks down at the ground. She's uncharacteristically quiet. "What's wrong?" I ask her. "I'm just sad." I stop our walk and bend down so we're eye level. "Why?" I ask. "I don't know. Sometimes I just get sad for no reason, and then it goes away." I smile and hug her, and I say, "I know. Me too. It's okay to be sad. You can be sad with me as long as you want." We continue our walk, and I hope to God that she remembers this when she's older. I had a babysitter myself when I was her age, and she was my best friend. She was also very old, like 89. I love old people. They don't take anyone's shit. They're straight shooters, and they have a wicked sense of humor. Margie taught me how to play poker, and would put the sheets back on me every night when I would kick them off. She would walk into the TV room with her walker, salute me, and say, "What do you know, Joe?" On Saturday nights, she would watch the Lawrence Welk show while I colored on my fashion plates, because I was pretty sure I was going to be an actor, dancer, fashion designer, and firewoman when I was older, and I wanted to get cracking on my designs. When I was 14 and she died, people wanted me to talk about it as if that would bring her back. I'm solutions-oriented, and there was nothing I or no one could do which would make me feel better. And so I just sat and let myself feel hopeless and helpless and stuck. I felt alone and terrified. She was the only one in the world who really got me. I began high school a month later and started clenching my throat until my veins popped and tensing up all my muscles in my shoulders and thighs because it gave you something else to focus on. But I don't want to talk about that. I never get my hopes up, so I never get let down. My parents split up, and my mother forces my brother and me to go to this quack child psychologist, Jerry. And maybe he wasn't a quack, but he had a horrible hairpiece, and he spat when he talked, so he was a quack to me. Forced into a 200-square-foot office that smelled like hot breath, Jerry would ask us, "Yeah, what are you guys feeling today?" "Your spit on my arm, Jerry." My brother and I are vaults. Jerry can't crack us. Our contempt for him rises with each Saturday morning that he robs from us watching cartoons. Cartoons that made us feel normal. I begin to revel in Jerry's sorry attempts to open us up. Like the time he brought out sock puppets as a way to encourage us to rap with him. My brother and I bust out laughing at Jerry's poorly made, googly-eyed sock puppets. We laugh even harder at the voices he does. Maybe you want to talk to Schmoopy instead of Jerry. My brother and I bellow like maniacs, the way mob bosses do right before they lose their temper and whack a guy. We laugh for what feels like 5 minutes at Jerry. Then my brother slams the sides of the chair, says, "Fuck this," and leaves Jerry's office. I didn't know we could leave the office. A week later, my brother leaves our house without telling anyone. I didn't know we could leave our house. And he doesn't return for months. But this is something I certainly don't want to talk about, especially with Jerry.
Guys, I don't know. This Facebook quiz says I'm happy. I don't really feel happy.
I understand how you feel. I took a Facebook quiz the other day, and apparently I'm actually 61 years old.
Cherry custard.
Yeah. Embrace it. Lean into it. I got my AARP card.
So, it's right? Like, this is right?
Well, it was on Facebook.
Yeah, all you have to do is like act happy.
Oh.
And like mine says, I'm obsessed with sex. All I do is talk about sex.
I remember when I was into sex. Not anymore, though.
Le Facebook dit je suis français.
What?
Oh, bon.
Oh, she's
Oh, I get it.
I got us up online dating. I'm Angel.
I'm Dawn. The Dawn.
What? That laugh that calculating laugh, where's that waitress?
She's gonna need some comfort. You're a really good doctor, but I just don't know if I want to be treated by a duck. Hey. Don't hit me!
Hey, you leave Dr. Quackers alone. She didn't go to duck medical school for 8.5 years to have you talk to her that way.
The therapy has been wonderful, Dr. Quackers. Oh, Jesus! That's what I'm talking about. She gets so agitated.
She is just excited for your recovery.
I had...
Well, thank you for coming to my office.
That's my bad.
Yes.
Now, you said you were sad. Have you tried wishing on a gumdrop?
Stand corrected. No, I've not tried wishing on a gumdrop. You think it'll work?
Look at me.
Frankly, I didn't think you existed until about 5 minutes ago.
Well, I mean, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Few people believe it. Yeah.
Oh, doctor, I got fired from my job.
Sounds like someone needs a meadow day.
I can't.
Oh, you're just being lazy. Let's go. Up and at him, George McSadam. Mail must be delivered, and you are the delivery man.
I can't.
Reginald, I'm not having you special with you. Get up. I'm just gonna have to.
Somebody call for Batman. No, it's not real Batman. It's just your dad. Someone's got a case of the blues. Huh?
The old glumps.
Listen, I gotta save a burning building after this.
Save a building burning, run your fashion line, whatever!
Listen.
You should be grateful that you were not in that burning building. That could be you right now.
Where the fuck is Batman? God damn it!
No help! Listen, I feel as though I should be somewhere else right now.
Just wrap this up.
Yeah, no! So listen, what I want to tell you.
Oh, honey, that's the end. Okay, now you're off the edge.
I guess I better go sing.
Anybody can hear me, I'm gonna jump!
Hey.
Listen, you're making it really difficult to save it.
Yeah, Batman, hi. Welcome to Omaha, Nebraska. got plenty of wheat here.
Oh, look at us. Looks like we got ourselves a batting man.
Now wait a minute, did my son play another prank on me? He called me for no reason again. Where is my son?
Well, here, Mom, Dad, the decoder ring malfunctioned.
I'm sure it malfunctioned.
Thank you. You're here now.
Yes, I can smell ya.
No, you should go. Let him smell you.
Okay, bye.
Go while you can.
I'm gonna smell me a Batman.
They'll make you widows like leather.
You got a pretty mouth.
Cut it off.
Oh!
Open up.
Now, son, I could save you right now, but I feel like you should learn a lesson.
Dad!
This isn't as much fun as I thought it would be.
That's how my parents are.
Thanks for looking after the kids, Mom. Goodness. You are just such a little cactus. I know, they can be so much trouble. No, he might come back someday. I know, Mom.
Anyway, Dad, I'm just gonna leave this other rock on top of you. A lot of people don't understand what it's like to be fathered by a tombstone, but I truly do.
Are
What
you
a sexy rock.
Lenny's son? You're Lenny's son?
Yeah.
He's.
Have you been talking about me again, Dad?
He and Forsythia, they just talk all the time.
Sorry.
I'm Jenny. Sorry,
Oh,
my kids
your
are just
daughter.
they're a handful.
Oh, God, I get it.
That too.
And we'll be able to get this funeral back up and running once these people stop disrespecting the dead.
Grace Morales. I'd like to thank you. Do you know where you are? You're at the Magnet Theater.
I thought you meant like in life.
We can talk about that later.
They offer classes and shows 7 nights a week. www.magnettheater.com. We'd also like to thank Moshe on tech and Ginny on voice.
Thank you, Greg, for letting us do the show.
For any of you battling depression, if you need to be pointed in the right direction of psychologists or whoever, we are not them, but we can help you call them.
I know a great unicorn.
And as always, we'd like to end our show now by inviting anyone who would like to come on stage and join us in a big old group hug. Thank you all. Get home safe.